Thanks, Ali. Now, with the rapid increase in the Gold Coast population, we'll need more properties from you and the other agents on the show. The Gold Coast has become a developer's dream, and Bob Jansen from the Gold Coast's Combined Chamber of Commerce knows more about the rise of the Gold Coast than just about anybody. Bob, we're one of the fastest growing cities in Australia. Can the existing infrastructure cope with the projected population development?
Well, the answer is no, it can't. But we're working on the problem. With a rapid transit system, the heavy rail, east-west transport links, and a higher density living, we'll get there.
We're looking then a lot more higher density developments along transport corridors in particular?
Well, that has to happen because we don't want an urban sprawl, we don't want to encroach on the hinterland, and a high density living is also good for a public transport system.
So there's got to be some opportunities there, both in business and in property.
Absolutely. Look, when you look at the route of the rapid transport system, we're creating east-west hubs out west. There's going to be a tremendous amount of opportunity, not only in the real estate field, but also for small business, because you'll find that business will build up around these transport links.
We're really starting to become quite a major city with all the major city issues then, aren't we?
Oh look, as far as I'm concerned, there's no better place than the Gold Coast, and we are a city, we are definitely a city. Even though we're made up of various business nodes, we've all come together into a city, and it's just a great opportunity for everybody, particularly in business.
So these sorts of developments, we're looking at more high-rise apartment buildings, some of which might not even have car spaces.
And that's why this is the way of the future. We're going to have to rely on a public transport system with fuel costs getting higher, traffic jams getting far more, more increased. You're going to have to look at a system where you can move people rapidly, quickly and effectively. And that means we're going to have to go for higher density living, plus the fact that we don't want an urban sprawl encroaching on the hinterland, which is a dream, actually, at our back door.
So what does that mean if you have a property in the hinterland?
You're sitting on a gold mine, because there's not going to be any more available. A lot of these blocks will never be able to be subdivided. People that own them will absolutely appreciate the fact that they've got that beautiful place to live in.
So that's going to become more and more rare.
Absolutely, and so are the larger blocks of the suburbs as well. There is a limit to which you can break it up. I'm fortunate, I live in a place called Boonaroo Park in Carrara. I sit on a quarter acre. I'll never redevelop mine because I'm old-fashioned. I love that big backyard and that swimming pool.
So if you want a bigger block, get in now.
Absolutely. Yes.
Looking back at the Gold Coast itself, closer to the beach, there's got to be, with those higher density developments, there's got to be a lot of opportunity for investors in particular, I would say.
Tremendous amount of opportunity. And look, the market is bouncing back. I think the biggest thing that sort of affects the Gold Coast is tourism. It's the key to everything. Tourism brings people to the Gold Coast, they come and they visit, and the next minute they're saying, I love this place, I'm going to live here. And this just keeps happening. I'm currently doing a $2 million home. I'm a builder by profession for a Japanese client. It's my third Japanese client, and all three have come here on a holiday and bought into the place. Imagine the investment opportunities with that.
The demographic spread, though, of people coming to the coast, that's actually quite broad.
It's quite broad, yes.
So we've got the baby boomers,
we've got the baby boomers
who'll be looking at the higher end properties.
That's right. Yeah.
And we have younger people as well.
That's right, looking for their first home.
And they're looking...
Well, we've got a massive growth corridor around the Coomera area and a little bit further west in some of the areas down in the southern Gold Coast. So there's great opportunities there. The baby boomers, they've got one advantage. We're all cashed up and we're looking for a place to spend our money. It's amazing. I'm one of them. I'm born in 1946, so I'm a baby boomer. And they're the people that are investing big time in the Gold Coast. And we get the younger generation as well. It's a good cross mix. And, as I said before, I can't think of a better place to live. There's just so much opportunity there. It's the greatest city in Australia.
And it's the Gold Coast.
That's the Gold Coast.
How could you go past it?
You can't.
Mate, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you very, very much for coming in. And we look forward to talking to you again another time soon.
Pleasure to be here, Todd.
Well, thanks Todd and thanks Bob for coming in. It was great to have you here. Mermaid Beach is a popular spot with the influx of newcomers to the coast. Let's check out what Ray White Mermaid Beach has if you're on the move.